Hello, IT. Have you tried to turn it off and on again? Oh, Zach, it's you. Yes, what's up the mainframe? I'm in. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yes, yes, yes.
For this episode of What's Up Mainframe, welcome everyone, by the way, but I needed some help. Lukasz and I needed some help, and we thought, who better than to turn to someone on our L1 support team?
Know it.
So I'm joined by Naromie Simeon.
Simeon, yes.
Simeon, I said it correctly even.
Yes.
Who we've had the pleasure of working with for quite some time. And
Yes.
want to find out today a little bit more about the support team. But before we get into any of that, what, in your opinion, in your teammates' opinion, what are the most important things that someone at a customer site needs to do when they open a case?
Ooh. Okay, there are many things, but regardless, you open a ticket, we will help you.
Okay, you help no
But
matter what. Okay,
there
that's a good
there
point.
are certain things, like if you do them, that will make the process easier
Yes.
for us and for you as well. So let's say, for instance, case description is very important. So you need to state the issue. Let's say, for instance, if you say, endeavor is down, which forget is not working, then we're like, what does that tell us? So
Not
we
much.
want you to tell us more. What were you doing? Do you have some step for us? We can recreate the case. What are you trying to accomplish? If it is something that is part of a main project, what is the end goal? Or did you expect the product to work a certain way and it didn't work this way? So once you provide us all this information, we can read them from the case description and start our thought going, because our mind is like, we're solving puzzles. So we want to know what's going on. And then another thing that is very important to us, logs. Oh boy, logs are important. So if it is endeavor log, I would say there's an option trace that we like to turn on. Most of the time it's for symbolic. So yeah, people use it, they know what it is for. But I'm saying it, that symbolic trace, if you turn it on, it's very important to us. And in the log, please, the cutout. People sometimes they try to guess what we need, and then they cut something and send it to us. Send us the full thing.
Yes.
You know, we download it, we review it, so things like that. And after that, I would say, if you open the case on behalf of somebody else, use them as an alternate contact. Or you can tell us, oh, such and such should be on the case. So like that, if you're not able to answer, or is the that end user that you open the case for is the one that is having the issue, we can know and address both of you at the same time, versus we send you a comment and then you have to turn back to the person.
And then it becomes a telephone game and we don't know if the right information made it. All right, so clear description, as much context as possible.
Yes.
Logs.
Logs.
Don't cut anything out. Don't guess at what it is. Okay.
Yes.
And make sure the right people are attached to the case. Simple.
Correct.
Okay. Those are the big three.
Yes.
Remember those. Let's make Naromie's and her team's job a little easier.
Yes.
All right.
Sure.
Okay, good. We've got that.
Yes.
We've got that behind us. So now you mentioned Endeavor, you mentioned Bridge Forget. So let's find out a little bit about you. So what products do you support?
I hope I could remember as many as I can, but mainly Endeavor is the bigger product, and attached to that comes Bridge Forget, and then Explorer for Endeavor. We do team build. I also support Zoe.
Okay.
Which is another main product and big product. And then some plugins, which are in VS Codes. Why not? I can't even think.
So yeah, so you really have,
many.
you've got, quite a wide variety. So from Endeavor and all the related integrations, then Zoe support,
Yeah.
and then Code for Z, basically.
Code for Z, yes.
Code for Z. So you're just a little busy.
A big beast.
Now, and that's not to say that the products aren't good. It's maybe that people don't always give you all the information in the cases or haven't fully read the documentation.
In part,
Yeah.
but I would say mostly because people have different customization. So when they will contact us, they want the product to work a certain way. They have their own expectation and they need guidance. So we're there to provide that. So I understand like that they open the case. It's, you know, as long as the need is expressed, I know what I'm helping with. We can either, you know, communicate via the case or we get on a call. Either way, I just think that resources are available out there for them to use. But yes, if they contact support, we'll help.
Yeah, if you really help facilitate that, definitely.
Of
So,
course.
tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get into this support and maybe the mainframe space? What's your story?
That's kind of a long story, but I tried to give the short
Okay, no,
version.
that's fine.
So my background, I study computer science.
Okay.
I'm from Haiti, so my school name is in French, and it's kind of a mouthful, even though it's in French. So it says, do
No,
that.
go ahead. Yeah.
École supérieure de photonique d'Haïti. So it's a computer science school,
Okay.
basically.
Okay.
So I came here, work different line of work and jobs, and I even work customer service,
Okay.
which I found to be very, very useful for my role right now.
Certainly.
But let me say how I came about this company, Broadcom. So I participate in a training program by a company named LaunchCode.
Okay.
So they connect I forgot how to say this word. Professionals.
Young professionals, yeah?
Yeah, they connect young professionals in IT with other companies.
Okay.
So after I was done with the program, Vitality was ongoing, and they sent an invitation. So yes, back in 2020, I was, I think, the third cohort of Vitality. Yes.
Excellent. Okay.
So that's how I learned about the mainframe, because in my computer science degree, we didn't cover that.
it
We didn't
wasn't part of
cover
it.
COBOL. We didn't cover JCL. We didn't. I mean, they mentioned mainframe. Speaking of system and things like that, but we did not work on the mainframe. So that was like a field that was new to me, even with my computer science degree. So I had to learn a lot of things.
Certainly. And that kind of remains an ongoing part of your job, right? Because working in support means things don't stay the same.
Tell me about it. And then it's like every month there's a new version. And if you count that I'm supporting different products, so it's like it's every week.
Yeah, you just have multiple timelines that you have to keep up with. So how do you manage that? And how does your team manage that?
I would say that us as individual, we are very, it's a world that we like,
Okay.
I would say. So we have our own drive to always keep learning, and we're excited about the product. It's just like they do exciting stuff, you know. So you're willing to learn, and on top of that, we have meetings with our development team. So when they have their sprint review, they will keep us updated of things that is going on with the product. And for certain product like Endeavor, there's ideations. So we kind of from that we kind of learn what the customer is asking for, you know. So getting ready. So it's a perpetual learning.
Yeah.
So we don't have any issue with that. And then another thing we do too, like if we find challenge in our world, it's not like, oh, you're just gonna shrug and nobody's helping you. We talk among each other, so we ask questions. So all of that keep us, you know, engaged and make it fun.
That's fantastic. And how do you find the interaction with the engineering teams?
Ooh, great.
Okay.
Yes. Our POs are
They sent her candy, at least one of the teams. So she's been bribed, but
I said
be honest.
Candy. I said candy first.
Oh, that's true.
Yes, it was me who said
Yeah.
the candies first because they've been so good to us. They get on calls with us when we have like big challenges with customers that we cannot figure out. So we set the expectation to the customer. Okay, we are contacting our engineering team, and so many of them are willing to help. It's not like we have group chat, we can broadly contact everybody, but sometimes we reach to them one by one, and you will find that person is always willing to help regardless of time zone.
Yep.
So we'll schedule meeting with us and customers. So yeah, that's why they get candies and I get candy.
And you get candy. Everybody gets candy. No, definitely. No, that's fantastic to hear. And we so very much enjoy your support in the internal sense too, because not only do you learn, but it's really nice that you try our stuff as well.
Of
I have to say that the L1 support group has been a great kind of validation partner of things as we prepare them to be released GA.
Yes. We validate, we don't want the customer to be ahead of us and know more than us.
No, that's fantastic. So, and I mean, do you see yourself continuing to work in support? Do you get interested in working on the products or anything like this? Or what do you think?
For now, yes, because I do not, people would think of support, you helping with the product also, but there are other things attached to support. Like you talk to other team, not just development, but also the education team.
Yes.
Because if you identify needs from the customer side, like to learn more about the product, you know where to direct them. So you have to do all of these things. And when I do those kind of things, it's not just support.
Yes.
It's also like service.
No, well, in a way, yeah, you really have a multifaceted job,
Yes.
definitely. So,
Yes.
no, and that's a really good way to think about it because you guys create a bunch of the knowledge base articles as well,
Yes.
which is the good supplemental documentation, basically.
Of course, yes. And also on our learning portal, we have training materials available. So we look at those, and if we feel like they're out of date, we reach out to education. And also if we feel like, the customer needs it's to have a not truly one-on-one, put them in group of 10. So that's when the instructor-led training come in place. Mm-hmm. And for those, we do send you guys email. Those are not just like broad email we send to everybody. It's like we analyze the case, we look at the interaction that you have with us, and we identify some need, and we say, okay, let's talk and then see what kind of class they can offer. Then you've been selected for that class. So if you do not register early, if you just ignore the email, the spot get filled up. Yeah. But yes, we do that. When we have our proactive outreach to you, please answer to those emails and take the service.
No, that's such an important point, definitely. Naromie, it's been great having you. So we just have to summarize a couple of things. Okay. So when customers open a case, they've got to get good description, full logs,
yes.
and connect the right people. Mm-hmm. And then on the other end of the spectrum, when following up with cases, and this was your last point, following up with cases, you guys really identify where customers could benefit from some of our learning materials.
Yes.
And you're reaching out directly to them. Those emails are meant for them to go and register.
And register for the instructor-led classes. Otherwise, they can take advantage on the e-learning portal if they want a self-paced, and they can do Skill too. Not everybody have access to Skill, but yes, we have training materials on there as well.
But that's just a fantastic thing that we want to share all that added value that you guys really bring.
Sure.
Naromie, thank you for supporting us and supporting the show.
My pleasure. My team pleasure. Okay. And give us great CSAT. We love that too.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
Have a good one.